Hey everybody, I'm doing well. I am tired and I'm ready for some Skytear. Yeah, so it looks like Eric here has drafted Astrida and Ekrit, two of I would say his most drafted heroes of all time. He's been playing them from the beginning, hitting a Frail there as his third pick, who is also just incredible. And following up with Brilvar, it looks like, who I don't know if you've played against Brilvar, but he is annoying. Yep, I would agree with that. On the other side, you had Zelos, who um, drafted Ekrit and Astrida, uh, two heroes that are very common, very good. Then we have Nalaklan and Tulakali coming up to shore up some green weaknesses. Hopefully, having some pillars to protect some minions to hold back Eric, but Nalaklan also being a mage to help negate some of this crazy armor that Eric can generate. Yeah, it definitely looks like we're going to be seeing some pushing happening. But I think that Zelos has an opportunity to pivot to damage. Ian, I'm having some messages sent to me that are saying they can't hear you. Yeah, so Ian is trying to fix that issue. It looks like we have some mulligans happening. We got a Snowblind mulligan, not going to be very helpful here. Gathering Storm, clearing up these HPs, and then we're going to get off to the races. All right, Tulalakali moving over. I assume she's going to worship here and then probably lead. Yeah, protecting those minions. And leading from hand. It's interesting. But who knows what is in his deck. I wouldn't be surprised to see Ekrit move up here to the middle in the dome and clear those two minions on the right before Nalaklan can get over there and place a pillar.
All right, I think I've got it fixed. So, chat, please let me know if you can hear me now. If so, I think we'll be all good.
All right, he's activating Brilvar, worshipping Astrida first. He's just going to lay into these minions and then hope that Tulakali can't take the damage anymore.
Yeah, it's an interesting play. I mean, Eric usually likes to use Brilvar to, taunt some folks. So to see it as his first activation is really interesting to me.
Especially whenever I assume Nalaklan's going to go over there and put a pillar to protect those minions on the right as well.
Yeah. Thanks, Joseph. Appreciate it. So yeah, Mike's working again. Everybody can hear me, so fantastic.
Sorry about those technical issues, everybody. You missed a very fulfilling and just insightful talk from Ian.
I gotta just love the fact that they heard you and without any context. That's great.
Yep, moving up, placing that pillar. And then I gotta imagine leading. From hand again.
Yeah, so Takali is going to be able to soak up a lot of minion damage right here. And, in this push matchup, it's going to be really interesting if he decides to take it all or go ahead and let Eric put that damage into these minions. This is going to be a really interesting game, I think, already starting out.
For sure. I wonder if he's going to clear out a pillar, if that's his plan. Yeah, moving up with Ekrit.
Eric does like taking out pillars, and here we go. Looks at it. He's already pointing at that pillar.
Probably going to lead. Oof.
Really killing the pillar. Yeah, so I think that's really smart play because this opens up for Astrida to now cross over to the right lane and go ahead and take out a minion and spawn one over there. So very smart play by Eric taking out that. So Tim, did we talk about who won the coin toss here and what was decided on first and second? I mean, we know that Zelos is the first player, but I think Zelos won the toss. Was that right? And he elected to go first.
Correct. Yep, that is what happened.
Yep. So this
and
is
then Eric decided to use the Lord of the Ancestors, which was his outsider.
Yep.
Zelos had the Terror of the Endless Night. Terror of the long last name.
Have you played with the Terror much on the 2-lane map?
I have played a handful of games with it, but not a ton.
Yeah, I find it not quite as effective on the 2-lane as it is in Ashen Pass. I think he's a monster on Ashen.
Ashen. But I think that it definitely has play here. It's just not quite as impactful.
All right, so we saw
just going to trade blows.
Yep. Yep, the old skirmish worship attack. So the difference is Eric's Astrida is already worshipped, so he's going to be able to lead as a third action there on that right side.
But he already led with Ekrit.
Oh, did he? Okay, I missed that.
Only from the deck, but... I also imagine that Frail's going to go up and try to at least tie the left lane.
Do you think Frail may go over to the left lane and take out the pillar on the left side?
I wouldn't be surprised by it, because he's not going to get the damage through. He's not trying to kill Tilakali.
Yeah. And he's not threatening winning the dome, so that might be something that Eric thinks about, and then just go ahead and send Astrida over on the left side and push his win condition. It's important to note that this is lane 1 over on our left, so if there is a breach, lane 1 will happen before lane 2, so that would be a win for Eric if it does go that way.
Go with Astrida. Yep, crossing the lanes. I assume going to kill a minion. Yep, attacking. Flipping a Snowblind. Yep, taking that 2 damage. Can spawn a minion, and then I wouldn't be surprised if she actually worshipped herself so that she's ready for the next turn.
Yep. And there it is.
There it is.
So we do know that Zelos has led from hand on lane 2 over here, so there's a good chance that he's got a 3. Eric did lead from deck. We know from looking at Eric's deck, he's stacked with 3s. He feels really confident about being able to lead from the deck and hit a 3. So we're looking at a possible tie on lane 2.
I would not be surprised. And then it's all going to come down to what happens over in lane 1 in that regard. You got to imagine Ekrit's going to come into the dome, clear out some minions on one of the sides.
Yep, I mean, so he could try to further his win condition of a left breach and take out lane 2 minions, or really just try to hold off Eric maybe making a push on lane 1. So he's got some options.
And I think either one of them are completely valid.
Yep.
Just depends on what's in his hand and how he thinks this game is going to go.
So we were talking to the players before the game, and this is a new list for Zelos. He mentioned that he's only gotten a few plays in it. He built this to, did he say try to counter Eric's list a little bit?
That's what I think he said. So he's declaring a move. Yep, moving up. Worshipping. Yep, he's just going to try to push that win. Yep, flipping a Call of the Pack to kill those 2 minions. It's not a bad. I will say this gives Eric the dome, which is, not bad. But Skytear Master is a thing.
It is a thing. It's definitely a win condition. Eric loves he loves this outsider for himself. He knows that he can make really good use of it.
Yep. Eric worshipped Brilvar, and then's moving up, and then he's going to lead, I assume, from hand to guarantee a push. Yep. On that left lane.
All right, I don't think there's going to be any reactions, so it looks like we're going to be going to control.
They untapped Frail for something. Looks like Zelos is thinking about something.
Okay. So maybe a charm or something like that with Eckert in the middle, maybe?
A shove from Astrida.
All right, using the flux.
Pushing Lachlan into the dome.
Ah. Yeah, because this is just an adjacent hero. Doesn't have to be an enemy hero. Well played. It's a very good use of the flux on turn 1.
I think this is going to lose him the lane 2, though. Interesting. Yep, they both had a 3 in lane 1.
Yep, so we're going to push.
Ty, spawning some minions.
So is losing lane 2, is it that bad? Because that's not Eric's win condition. And, guaranteeing the win of the dome and Skytear Master, I think is huge.
Yeah. We have someone in chat saying if you could move your camera down just a hair so you can see Eric's leads.
Yeah, we can do that.
Losing lane 2 is not the end of the world, but it feels not bad. Just applying that pressure, making it even harder for Eric to.
So Eric's going to have
destroy a tower.
5 on the right side to a 3 on Zelos' side.
Winning by 2.
Yep.
On some minions.
And I think Zelos is going to really be able to do some work with this outsider. If he wants, he can even move. He can go to the left side and even move the control token in a position to where he can start hitting some towers next round if he wants. Or he can even try to fight back lane 2. So he's going to have some options here.
Yep.
Ooh, he did have to use an ult
winning that dome.
To win the dome.
It's not what you want to do, but sometimes you got to.
Yep.
I think Eric's ultimately okay with that, pun intended.
So for those of you not aware, this outsider, Lord of the Ancestors, he has to be placed next to a minion, a friendly minion, and he has the ability to spawn friendly minions, to move the control token, and even move a minion from one side of the board to the other. So it looked like his first action was attack a minion, second action being to spawn a minion, and the third action to move the control token. So what do you think about this to move the control token one? It doesn't prevent any sort of tower damage. I don't know if I love this.
I don't like it. Nope, I don't like it. I would rather move a minion or skirmish somebody or...
Well, does he have trample in his deck?
I don't imagine. Let's look. Nope, no tramples.
But maybe he just thought, I don't have any other better option. But to me, I think moving that minion from lane 1 over to lane 2 would have been a better play here.
Yeah.
All right, but
Especially because Eric's going to have trouble killing any minions in that left lane.
Yep.
And Tulakali can just, ace one.
So it looks like Zelos is going to activate Nalaklan.
Nalaklan, the doer of broken things.
I don't know how many of you guys in the chat watched the game Ashen and Game Slayer the other night, seeing Nalaklan do some, was it like 15 points of damage on the outsider in one swoop?
It was a large amount. I think that he had less health than he did, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, it was quite the play.
It was definitely something. I'm going to put a green token on this guy, Terramaster.
So Nalaklan is jumping in with a skirmish. Another lead from hand. Nope, maybe not.
Nope. Taking it back.
So Eric has that minion in cover, so he's not going to be able to just easily take out that minion. Okay, so
Worshipping.
We're worshipping.
Can protect some minions with that Tulakali ability.
Yep. But Eric has shown he's not afraid to waste an attack on a pillar. It is that powerful. So Tim, you're a green player. Tell me what you think of the Stone Barricade card. How much impact is that going to have on the new meta?
I think it is. I think it's huge. I think it's one of the most versatile cards I've seen them print. It does a ton of work in green, but even in anyone with a green rune that doesn't actually benefit from the pillars, I think it still has a potential spot. Being a +2, you don't feel bad about putting it in your deck.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the only deck that doesn't really want to run it are ones that are trying to go ham on three mana cards. But just being able to do like fizzle other people's pillars or illusions where they want to move them, skirmishes it blocks all the time. It does a lot of work.
It does. It's a lot for 1 mana. And I was glad to see green get some help in that direction. So while we're at it, we missed activation of Frail. She went ahead and took out a pillar and led from the deck and sitting with 1 more action point left.
Skirmishing.
All right.
Tulakali.
Doing some damage.
Going for that onslaught.
Hitting for 1. So just bounce right off that armor.
Oh, Skytear Drain.
Talk about new green cards.
So good.
So this is the real reason why Eric skirmished up, was to be able to play Skytear Drain. So let me get down here and show the viewers. So target enemy hero's owner discards 2 power cards from their hand.
Playing a slide. Making that drain fizzle.
Okay, so it's a card for a card.
Yep.
And I don't know if Eric is too upset about having a lead in the dome. He probably wanted to have that anyway. So not a huge loss by not getting the drain to go off.
Definitely not. It does make me curious if we'll see maybe like Brilvar crossover into that lane 1 to try to continue this power dynamic.
Mm-hmm. So it looks like we just pinged Brilvar, but maybe that was meant to be Ekrit.
Maybe it's Ekrit attacking Brilvar for the taunt. Where are we? I'm so confused. Oh, yeah. Okay. Exhausting the Lachlan?
Yeah.
Because they forgot to exhaust him a minute ago. Go with Tilakali. Attacking a minion. Surprise, surprise. I imagine putting another pillar out there.
Contemplating a move.
Looks like he's taking that move back.
Yep. So we're going to lead. Tim, do you want to grab that card and move it below Telecali there? All right, they got it.
I got it.
Nice. Yep, so there's a worship. Keep those minions protected.
Yep, just keeping it near home. So
Okay.
I imagine he's going to win this lane this turn. Who knows? Who knows?
All right, so now Eric's back in the tank. Eric didn't put out Ekrit Illusion last round, right? So Ekrit Illusion is, there's not really... he could play it, well, he could hit a couple of minions.
He can get 2 minions right now if he can take out that illusion.
Okay.
Go with that crit. It's moving. Right next to the Lachlan. Gonna attack that minion, I'm sure. Oh, Bewitch.
Okay,
Even
here
better.
we go. So we're going to defeat an enemy minion and spawn a new one. There is no protecting this, as no damage is being done. It's just a straight defeat. So Takali cannot stop this.
Then I have to imagine he's going to attack that minion in the bush. But he might hit the pillar.
I don't know. If he's not going to attack the pillar, I think leaving that one in the bush is better because it gives Astrida something to hit.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, there it is. So leading and then using the final action, and he did lead from deck with Astrida there, or with Ekrit. So
yeah, makes sense. Zelos is out of green heroes to put those pillars down. So now we're probably going to see Ekrit from Zelos. Maybe Astrida. Yeah, Ekrit. Attacking Brilvar. +1. Plink off of that armor.
Yep.
Brilvar is so good.
Brilvar doing what he does.
Like, oh, you have to attack me? Cool. I got 3 armor. Cool. You should just say they lose an action.
Yeah, I mean, and think of like that, just that saved 2 minions. All right, so now comes, that was the easy part. Now comes the hard part for Ekrit. What's she going to do next? You got to move. You can't stand next to Brilvar. You got to get out of there.
Maybe go up to that bush. Attack a minion. They can't. LOL. Yeah, moving to the bush. Probably going to lead.
So that was a skirmish. Plays Call the Pack.
Can we get 1 minion from that?
Yep.
What?
So we can't spawn on that side, guys. Got to spawn on the other side. You have to spawn on the token that you can see, right?
Yeah.
Yep. I think we'll make sure they catch it. If not, we'll hit them in the chat and let them know.
I think they're discussing it.
Yeah. So just to catch everybody up, when you spawn a minion, you do have to be able to see the control token. And you have to, it would spawn just like any other spawn rule. So Ekrit playing this card cannot spawn a minion over on lane 1. as she cannot see control token 1.
We got a judge request. Can we get Tapeworm in there? Let's see.
I mean, Tim, you did help write the book, so
I did, but
you can get in there.
We need a third party.
Yeah.
Fifth party, I guess, technically.
Yeah. Yep. Tape's got to be listening. Let's get him in there. But that's definitely that's the question, I'm sure. But that's definitely in the rules for spawning, and should be an easy rule here, unless there's a question going on that I'm not quite sure of.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Tape said he's okay. So Tape's in there now. They're talking.
All right, good deal. So we'll get that straightened out. So Tim, are you signed up to play in the next World Series event? We're just a week away.
Yeah, obviously. Why would I miss it?
Are you excited?
Except for 2 a.m.
Yep, 2 a.m. our time. So this time it's going to be on the 2-lane map. So you got something spicy in store?
I mean, if you think green is spicy, yeah.
Green is spicy. A little salty.
Yeah, no, I'm planning on playing green at least for a while longer. Gotta, show everyone how to do it. Just kidding. I have to do better than my last showing in the qualifier.
Yeah. I have no doubt. All right. So still imagine going over the rules here with Tapeworm. So Tim, have you played any games recently that are noteworthy?
Games that are noteworthy. I've been playing a bit of Marvel Champions, which has been fun. I got my Hulk pack finally. Beat Cop is broken. And then I've also been playing some Ashes again after the recent announcement there.
Yeah, it's very exciting to see that
the rebirth.
A game coming back. All right, so it looks like they got that straightened out. He did spawn the minion over on lane 2. And then it looks like he's attempting to looked like he clicked the attack button. It looks like, but he's just going to lead from deck there.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So thank you, Tape, for getting in there and helping straighten that out. We appreciate you.
Tape fixes everything.
Yep. All you guys need to hit him up in the Discord and say thanks for this beautiful overlay and the TTS mod that he keeps up. He is doing a fantastic job updating it all the time, and it's just getting better and better.
And being a 24/7 rules lawyer.
Pretty much.
In a good way.
Yeah, the guy never sleeps.
He's a robot. All right, back over to Eric now. I'm assuming that probably Astrida is next.
Yep. So she is free to go over there, kill any minion she wants, as there is no more pillar. All right, they've got everybody in the tank.
I think this is, arguably the turn that's going to define everything.
Oh,
where the rubber hits the road.
So we're going with Brill Bar here.
He's just going to move over there and taunt Ekrit again?
Or does he taunt Astrida?
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Skirmish in there.
Looks like that's probably what's going to happen. He's going to save a minion.
You gotta think Eric's just going for the Nexus now.
No, yeah, I was going to say Eric needs to move one more just to make sure he's in range of the control token there. Hitting for 1, bounces off the armor, no damage. But this is the real play.
Skytear Drain again.
Oh. If this goes off, this is going to put Zelos down to 1 card in hand.
That's huge in the control matchup. I think that this card is going to change the entire metagame of Control, at least.
I know that Eric absolutely loves that card and hates it all at the same time.
Oh, yeah. I played a game against Eric the other night. I think you were watching, where we played 4 of them in the same round.
Yep, I was able to see both of your hands, and I knew when the round started that it was going to be a crazy round. So what did we see tossed there?
A Sky Tear Drain and a Call to Pack.
And there's the Worship, forcing Astrida to attack Brilvar. So do you think we'll see Astrida leave this and go into the dome? Or just
I think
not even worry about the dome anymore?
If anything, she's either going to go into the dome, or not go into the dome, either push the right lane more, I think, or cross over to the other side.
We do know one thing. She is going to attack Brilvar. Oh, maybe not. Did we just see Tilakali playing? No, that was the old card that he played. It just popped up wrong.
Yep, attacking Brilvar.
All right, Brilvar takes no damage, as he does.
Okay. Zelos is just free to go into the dome.
And a lead from deck. So Eric, if he wants the dome, can probably have it.
I think you just push the right lane here now that he took a character out of there.
Just see who flips better in the middle.
Yeah. I think Eric is confident in his flip.
Yep.
I could be wrong. I mean, Zelos has a token on the master already. So going up to 2 is not ideal.
Tim,
if Eric could take out a power here.
What's the makeup of Zelos' deck? What does his flips look like if he goes blind from deck? Does he have many 3s in there?
Let me look. So with these 4, he has a total of 9 3s.
It's a little on the low side if you're wanting to just blindly
I would say
go.
That's on the low side.
Yep.
In contrast, Eric's deck has 19 3s.
Yeah, that's Eric's got to be feeling good about that. All right, we have to keep in mind that lane 2 is not a win condition for Eric.
No, but the Nexus is.
He does like a good Nexus kill, that is for sure. All right, so he's moving
crossing
3
lanes. Skirmishing in.
Oh, playing a Time Warp, maybe?
Time Warp, even better.
So now playing a Time Warp, moving 1 hex.
Attack a minion and lead. Convert it. Yeah, that's very good, knowing he has Time Warp.
Yep, and unable to protect that minion as it was not adjacent to that green pillar. So Eric, just like that. Yep, there's the lead. Lead from deck, just like that. Able to flip that lane.
Yeah, that is potentially huge.
That's a good play. So Eric is currently sitting at 5.
They both led with
flip
a 3.
3. This is an 8. So Eric's going to win by 1.
That is my math.
And that's the magic number. That's all you need.
That lane's going to start with 6 to 4 minions. Although 4 of Zelos' minions are going to be protected.
And then over on lane 2, Eric is currently sitting at 4.
Yep, I assume +3.
So Zelos led with a 2. 3. Eric led with a 3.
I think that's a push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, push.
It's almost like Eric did the math and knew what was going to happen there.
It's almost like that's what he was going to do.
And then this flip here in the middle is actually going to be quite big. If Zelos can pull off winning the dome here and getting 2 on Skytear Master, that's going to put him in a really good spot.
Yeah,
sometimes
could be huge.
Yep. Sometimes you just got to get lucky.
Street 11 with a 2.
2, and there's
a 3. With a 3.
Yep. So that's a dome win for Eric.
You got to imagine that Eric's going to move the outsider over to the left lane, kill a minion.
Probably move a minion too, right? I mean, he just really pushed that.
Are there too many minions over here?
He should have had 4. So, right?
That was my math. This guy was laying in the bush.
Yeah.
This guy was hard to see. Yeah, there we go.
They got it.
All right. I gotta imagine that Lord of the Ancestors is going to come over to the left lane, kill a minion, or try to at least. Maybe kill the pillar, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea.
Move the minion over, and he's just going to push this left lane.
So, Tim, can Telecali soak up the damage if the outsider tries to kill a minion?
She cannot.
Okay.
Because her ability specifically says during the hero's phase.
Got it.
But he would rather, I think, transform a minion with a street than get the kill with the Ancestors.
Absolutely.
But who knows? I am not Eric.
So he's attacking something. We'll see what they move after he flips.
+1.
Was it the minion or was it the pillar?
Looks like it was the pillar because we're trying to...
Nope.
Oh, nope, it was the minion.
It was the minion, okay. And we're spawning a minion.
And then I have to assume we're moving a minion.
Yep. He's just thinking about where it's going to go. So maybe he's going to use Frey to attack that pillar first.
Yeah, I think definitely. Maybe he didn't want to attack it with the outsider because Telecali would just put it right back.
Yep, that's a good point. I don't hate Telecali just making another pillar, though, while she can.
Not at all. Not at all.
All right, so we are going into round number 3.
Exciting. We got Eric up by 1 card.
So it turned out we were ignoring Onslaught for sure.
Yep, who would have thought? And also importantly to remember that Eric denied that Skytear Master token.
That's huge. You always just have a little fear in the pit of your stomach when your opponent gets 2 tokens on that.
Yep. Yeah. Anytime you're forced into having to not lose a lane is brutal.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Eckert's got to go over there, right, and try to kill some minions.
That's what she's good at.
I think she can only get 2 of them, though. Eckert playing Nature Reclaims to draw 3 cards.
Yep.
It's
Definitely
good for Zelos.
Definitely needed after the Skytear Drain hit him. Because this is round 3. I know having played Eric enough with his deck being loaded of 3 mana cards, this is This is usually his time to shine and just play all the big bombs. Like I wouldn't even.
I still think she has to go over there and get the 2 minions.
Yep. So we're gonna skirmish. Yep. There it is. There's the worship.
A bit of -1, but that's still enough to kill those minions.
And that'll even have to move Frey out there as well, right? I don't know. Yep. Is that a May?
It'll bounce off the armor.
Okay.
Oh yeah. That's a good question. All enemy heroes damage are pushed 1 hex.
So was she still damaged if it was all blocked?
She was.
So taking 0 damage is still being damaged?
You're dealt 1 damage and then the armor reduces it.
Got it. Okay. So Frey needs to be moved then, right?
Right.
Okay.
Are you pinging them about that?
I definitely will.
Okay.
All right, so I let him know. So I think it's important to know about the damage that you still take 1 damage. So any card that talks about being dealt damage, right? That's important to know especially for new players there.
I'm pretty sure that's the case.
Do we need to bring in the rule? Tape, we need you again. All right, so we're just going to look into that. We believe that with that attack from Ekrit, that even though Frey didn't actually lose any hit points, that she still took 1 damage that was then blocked. It still needs to be moved, as Ekrit's ability on the wind barrier pushes each enemy hero damaged 1 hex. And this is definitely where you can get into some weird semantics around, well, I didn't actually take damage, I blocked everything. So that's what we're trying to confirm. Because if he has to move Frey, he has to push her. Yep. So he's keeping her inside the dome.
Yep. Dave Worm is saying if damage is dealt, not HP loss. So armor reduces HP loss.
Got it. Tim, would we find that information in the handy dandy rules document that you help write?
Yeah, the comprehensive rules. Feel free to check it out. It's on the SkyTier website. It's all in there. You can see the matrix after you read that.
There you go. First, I'll recommend that you read the SkyTier lore and then pick up that document. All right, so Eric's bringing in Brilvar. Thinking about a skirmish.
I think he's definitely going to taunt Astrida.
Yeah. Yep, he is going ahead and doing 0 damage on the skirmish.
That's surprising. That's not surprising.
We're going to see a lead. Lead from deck.
And I assume a taunt.
Yep, and there's the worship. So Brilvar is really just putting Astrida just in a really bad spot. Her not being able to do what she does best and spawn those minions. Eric is just using Brilvar to perfection.
Eric's had a couple of games with Brovar under his belt to get good at positioning with him.
He's played a few. So it's interesting to note that what you guys may have missed was that Zelos had Sithuru and Shafathi in his list, where he had the ability to possibly go double mage and maybe go
Triple
for an
mage, really.
Yeah, and go for an onslaught victory. And it was interesting to me that he chose the more control route.
All right, we got Nalaklan moving towards the dome. Oh, we got him rewinding. Attacking the minion in the bush first.
Yep, not a bad idea.
Hide a minion in a bush.
But you don't want to see an ultimate go, though, to kill a minion.
Nope.
And then we're going to move.
I almost wish there was an effect if a hero flips their own ult. It did something.
Maybe that should be on a future hero.
Whoa.
Come. These cards just write themselves.
Yeah, right? So he worshipped and then did something.
So it looks like...
Eckert's going.
Eckert's going. Playing Nature Reclaimed.
Playing Nature Reclaimed.
Drawn
Never
3.
saw that coming.
So Eric's got his hand size back up to 6. That's where he likes it.
For some reason, every time I play against Eric, he just always has 6 cards in his hand.
He always has 6 cards. He always has a sinkhole and usually an ice wall. That's the way I feel every time I play Eric.
Yep. Every time. He's always leading for 3.
Yep. And even after drawing 2 cards, he's still going to lead from deck. So he wants all of those cards in his hand.
Like I said, 19 3 costs in his deck. It feels pretty good. Attacking a minion. And then leading. Or he already led.
Yeah, he's already led, so. Okay, so now he's finally getting his illusion for Ekrit out on the board.
Interesting. What do you think he's doing with that?
So by placing it there, it prevents a pillar from being put there, which maybe that's what he's thinking.
Could also have the ult, I guess.
Could have the ult, yep. So Zelos is going, activating Telecali. And
Playing a Bewitch.
There we go. Yeah, but you want to put that next to your pillar there, but it's got to go. No, it has to go in that one spot. You can't put it there. Nope, it can't go there. Okay. I thought there was already one there. Like, yep. I thought he was trying to put it in the spot above that. So there we go.
Lord of the Ancestors. Put it there. Kill that minion. Attacking that minion.
And then we're going to see another worship.
Nope, he's leading. That makes sense. He's got to get a lead in there.
Yep. So we still got one more action, though. So we've attacked, we've led, we've got one more.
He exhausted. Did we miss something?
Maybe. We might have missed something. But I only saw the 2 actions, the attack and the lead. I know a lot of times it's
odd there.
Yeah, it's easy to forget sometimes that playing those cards don't actually take an action. So playing that Bewitch was not an action. I mean, to me, I like worshiping. all the protection that you can on that side. You know, force Eric into some decisions where he has to choose to maybe take out a pillar.
Yeah. He's thinking.
Yep.
But I wonder why he rewound the lead action.
Yep. He definitely has the lead card there. So we didn't rewind it too far. I know sometimes hitting these buttons is also, it's not something that you normally do. You can.
It's definitely trickier than you might think.
Yep. But this is a big turn, so I think it's okay. So we must have missed something if Eric's going over and activating with Frey.
Okay. Skirmishing. Hitting Frail for 0. Yeah, Wind Blast would have been nice.
All right, so moving in. So this is where I would suspect we're going to take out that pillar.
I would assume the same as well.
Yep. Okay, so are we hitting Telecali with the... Oh, so I pinged them and asked about that third action on Telecali, so I wonder if they're winding that back to... Maybe the Telecali actually did only take the 2 actions. Okay. Maybe that's a skirmish
move
or move.
Skirmish.
Okay, so I think this is the...
Moving adjacent to the dome is scary.
Yep.
If he has a shove or something.
So we are seeing Eric attack that pillar. Not surprised there. See, this is where I liked Telecali go ahead and worshipping as that third action. And still, you know, it just... I just not sure what being in that hex does here. But we'll see. All right, so it looks like
Rover.
Yep, because she gotta.
Gonna try to push that right lane.
Okay, we're just gonna skirmish.
Surely hitting accurate. Is he not scared of the left lane?
Yep. So, nothing. No damage on the skirmish. And then probably a lead. Yep. So lead from hand.
I wonder if Eric has Wind Blast in his 6 cards.
I think we will find out very soon. So over on Zelos' side, only so Telecali over there on lane 1 only has 1 mana left.
Mm-hmm.
So if Eric does have something here, there's not going to be a whole lot of play on Zelos' side to stop it. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, he can worship, transform a minion. I guess leading is better.
I mean, if he has Wind Blast, he takes out all those minions, right? And then you just...
Right.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so we're going to play... Brilvar is going to play a Sinkhole.
Pulling both of them into the dome.
Yep. Telling you at all times, Eric always has a sinkhole in hand.
I wonder why he's doing this now. What's he gaining from that? Do you know?
Instead of waiting until after Astrida activates, until at the end of her activation?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I don't know what doing this now would actually do. Anybody in the chat, feel free to chime in. Yep. So it looks like the center of that honeycomb is going to be right on Astrida square.
And wouldn't this just be better? He must have a second sinkhole. Or a way to push Telecali into the dome.
Yep, so Frail does have all three of her mana left. So Eric had to have done the math then to know that I can win a left breach right now if I can get everybody out. Okay, so he's moving her down and a Lachlan in. So by moving Astrida down there, she is no longer in line of sight of that control token. So she's not going to be contributing anything there. But again, I think you were right on. It begs the question, why do this now? So we'll have to remember and ask the guys after the game here. All right, so Astrida is going to worship. And attacking. Nope, not attacking. Oh, maybe going to heal up. Yeah, so healing 2. With Frail's ability anytime that
insult to injury?
Yep.
I don't know.
So we attacked a minion. We lose 2 health. We spawn a minion. These blue heroes.
Lachlan playing shove.
Okay.
Or wait, no. Did he already play shove?
Yeah. No. So this is
shoving Brilvar?
Shoving Brilvar. And what else did I say that Eric always has in hand?
An ice wall.
He always has an ice wall. Okay, so Frey is using that ice wall saying, nope, you're not going to touch Brilvar.
But what does the shove accomplish? He wins the dome?
I'm not real sure. So yeah, I mean, it guarantees the dome. Guarantees you don't have to attack Brilvar next round if we get that far.
Or no, he doesn't even win the dome. Because it's his Astrida, or Ekrit that's in the middle.
Brilvar does have a lead. Ekrit does not, and neither does Lachlan. So he's not winning the dome currently.
Oh. Yep.
And Astrida
playing a presence.
Yep.
Brutal.
So Tim, help me do some math here. Where are we sitting right now on lane
5,
1?
6, 7, 8 plus a 3 lead, I'm going to assume, is 11 to 1, 2, 3, 4 plus a lead from deck. So 7 plus a lead. So he needs to have a 3. Oh no, there's 3 minions there.
All right, so last action, we're moving right on top of that control token. I like this play because this really stops any sort of pillars being placed there to protect both of those minions in that spot. Tim, did you see what happened on that presence? Did we keep those cards on deck? Did we pitch them?
It looks like we pitched. Tri-Tear Drain, maybe?
All right, so Frey has a 2 lead.
So does Telecali.
So Eric's at a 9.
10, because he's his presence.
Oh, yep, 10 in presence. So 10 to 5?
To 6, right?
It's only 1 hero and 2 minions. The other one is the outsider. Oh, that third minion. Okay, there was a third minion hiding there. Got it. So it's going to be 3 minions and 1 tower. There's a good chance my math was wrong, so.
Definitely.
I don't know how to take that comment, Tim.
You should take it as control token math is hard.
Okay, I'll take that. Not that I definitely am going to do math wrong. I see.
I honestly don't know your mathematical prowess. Mine is not great. I can count to 4.
The real question is, can you count to 4 in multiple languages?
Yes. But not that many.
Can you do it in Italian?
No.
Well, we happen to
Can
know, no, but I think we're in the right game to make that happen.
Ask some people.
Yeah. So over here on lane 2, we did have a lead of 3. So that lane is going to get pushed back. There was nobody in that lane. I forgot. Eric moved them all out of the way. So that's going to be a big push on lane 2. As Eric did lead a 3 with a wind blast from Ekrit. So there was the wind blast, Tim. Wasn't in his hand. It was in as a lead. And then Brilvar leading with a 2. So winning the dome 4-2. So now Eric is threatening not only a left breach, but also Skytear Master here and going into round 4. All right, so he moves him over into the right side. We're going to attack a minion, hitting an Ekrit ult. We're going to spawn a minion for action 2. And then what do we do here?
Move a minion to the other side.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. There it is. Put him right in that cover hex, maybe. Oh. Maybe he wants to leave that.
Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, maybe he wants to leave that cover hex for one of his characters to jump into. All right. Chat, I would love to hear from you on kind of what your thoughts are on camera position. I know that we've got some new stuff here on the board to help track a lot of things, and so it's kind of hard to see the board and the cards all at the same time. So love to hear your opinions on what you like to see more of. Are you good with more camera movement and looking at cards, or leaving it still? We're always looking for your opinions.
It's an ever-evolving art form.
Yeah, I know we're not going to be able to please everyone, but All right, so we're into round 4, starting with the Nalaklan activation. All right, attacking Brilvar because he's gotta, but this time it's going to do 4 points of damage.
Onslaught, here we come. Playing a Gathering Storm with Nalaklan.
All right, we're going to draw some cards. I would expect to see a Worship blow that away, maybe see some fireworks from Nalaklan. All right, so this puts Zelos' hand back up to 5. He's going to have a little some stuff to work with.
Ooh, a Sky Tear Drain.
All right, playing his very own. He can play that game too.
How important are these cards, Eric?
So we're targeting Brilvar with that. So we'll see how important these cards are. If Eric plays something to keep those cards in hand, or if he just goes ahead and pitches a few. So Eric's definitely in the tank here.
I'm really surprised last round that he didn't play that Sinkhole with Frail to push Tilakali into the dome.
Yep, so at best what that would have probably lost, he would have gained 1 tower HP at that point. Well, no, he also had a lead, so it would have been 3. Yep.
Potentially 4. And I, in my heart, I feel like the math on this left side messed up, and it should have done a damage there. But
all right, so Eric's still thinking about the cards here on the Sky Tear Drain. He does have 5 cards in hand currently. So losing 2 here is big. Not being able to potentially play something with each of his characters.
what are your thoughts on Sky Tear Drain, Ian? I don't think we heard from you.
Man, I think it is an incredibly powerful card that when played at the right times can just be brutal, especially when it's played when you only have 2 or 3 cards in hand and that hits you, especially in these later rounds. It's pretty brutal to just rip your answers, right out from under you. So we did see Eric, he tossed a slide and a time warp. Interesting choices. I would love to know what he kept in hand.
Better yet, why would you not play the slide with Brilvar? He's going to have a 3 mana card he wants to use.
Wouldn't be surprised if it was another Sinkhole.
Right?
All right, so looked like Nalaklan went ahead and moved, and then probably that last action was a skirmish to get all the way over to the other side. So I think to answer your question earlier, Tim, he is probably now concerned about lane 1.
He got there eventually.
Yep. All right. Looks like we're probably poking a Strida there with that skirmish attack.
We're activating a Strida.
Activating a Strida, okay.
Worshipping.
Healing up.
To heal. Ugh. Killing a minion. Spawning another one.
Oh man, this is getting scary. So, does Zelos have any sort of big time wave killers here? Yep.
Let's look.
And Eric is leading from the deck with his 3rd action with a Strida.
I see no wave clears at all.
Oh, man.
Yep, not one.
And there's not too many more spaces that he can even get to here. All right, so we're back over to Zelos. I don't know if he's still thinking about who he's going to activate here. Oh, so we just got word that Zelos has called it and gone ahead and given the win over to Eric.
All right, let's head over there and chat with the players.
Yep.
And then you'd probably have to go after it. And then I was going to, at the end, use Brilvar to push everybody you had out of the dome to win on Skytear Master.
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
So, hello.
Hello.
So I understand that Zealous, you've conceded over here to Eric?
Yeah, it's render victory.
Okay. Well, fantastic game.
Yeah. It's very nice game. I learned a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. So, Eric, we'll start with you. Tell us a little about the strategy going into the game and some of the big plays that you made.
I mean, this was a control matchup with control all over the place. He put Takali third, and I was like, man, I used to have my Takali deck. I could have gone like totally mirror on him. Yeah, it looked like going in, I don't think either of us was cared about Onslaught at all. So it was all about the Breach or the Skytear Master, and I was super excited to go second. I actually was tempted to take his bear because he went first, and so that I could win the bear, and I am so thankful I did not, because that first round when he did the slide on me, that bear probably would have done a ton of damage to me long term. So, but yeah, that was a really brilliant move on his part, and to get him ahead on the Skytear Master. But then, yeah, I think it was all about little microtransactions of trying to just keep ahead. I think the biggest thing was the round where I flipped all threes on my leads that were blind, which is partly my deck, and you've seen against Ricardo, I flipped all twos once and stuff like that. But each of those things barely won me enough to push it across the edge, or barely win the dome or something like that. So I mean, that was huge and not at all for sure, right? I mean, maybe probability was on my side, but it could have gone either way based on those flips.
So Zealous, one of the things I wanted to ask you, did you ever consider bringing in, when you saw the Onslaught flip, bringing in Shafathi and Setharu and maybe bringing in your heavy hitters and try to win by Onslaught?
No, I think I see the last game for WIWWT. I am sorry. I'm sure he can defend for aggro decks.
Gotcha. So your plan going in the whole time is I'm definitely going to play control.
Yeah. I
Eric.
think the Sky Green is very nice, but I can't use so much. I can't use so good como ele.
With what, I'm sorry?
Which use the Skytear Drain so better for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you mean the number of times whoever got more Skytear Drain seemed like they were ahead in cards, basically?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and in the first one you countered very nicely with a slide, which that was my mistake. I shouldn't even put Freyhel. As I did it, I was like, he could slide me away and just do a 1-for-1 as opposed to a 2-for-1. So I could have been 3 away from his Takali and avoided that fate. So that was a mistake on my part. But yeah, definitely having the 2 Skytear Drains on round 2 just feels really good in a control matchup.
Yeah, totally. Eric, on the turn that you play, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, and then when he came back and Sinkhole or Skytear drained me on round 3, I was like, that's not fair. So
yes, it is. On the turn that you played the Sinkhole to move the Nalak into the dome and push the street out.
Okay.
was there any part of you that was thinking about saving that sinkhole to push Telecali into the dome and just go all in on the left breach that turn?
Yes, I had debated it. I guess I didn't do the math to see if it was 100% going to be done. That was kind of what my plan was going to be. But again, we were doing all those microtransactions, and there was so much value for me winning the right side and the dome that it just seemed like I couldn't not take it. But
Yeah.
You're right. I probably should have done the math on the other side. Was it a guaranteed thing if I saved it over there?
I'm not sure, and it depends. He had a blind lead, so it depends on what he led with.
Okay.
Well,
Well, I mean,
I
it
have
gets
to go back and do the math
out of the
again.
dome. I think he had still mana with like Nalochlin and a street or something like that, I think. So I didn't know for sure that he had no way to mess with
Sure,
me, maybe.
for sure.
You know?
Yep.
So anyway.
And is there my next question ultimately would be, is there a reason that you played it when you did instead of waiting until the end of the round?
So I was still activating Astrida, right?
Yep.
And so Astrida's plan was to come over here to convert a minion, and then at the end of that, if I needed to, if I thought earlier he might have moved into the dome and contested it, and I didn't want to lose the dome because I really thought the way I was going to lose at that point was probably going to be the Skytear Master. So
Sure.
Astrida wanted to maybe go into the dome. And so I wanted to play that out and make sure that if he had tricks, he'd already have played them probably. Like, I mean, maybe not. If he's, wily, maybe he waits and then Astrida jumps in the dome at the end and I'll be, messed up. But I kind of want to force his hand. And then if that was the case, then I would just, do my thing where I would convert a minion, but then jump Astrida in the dome to help out and make sure I don't lose the middle.
Okay.
No, I think
Yeah,
that makes sense. Yep. Well, guys, thank you so much for allowing us to stream. It was a fantastic game to watch. It was a lot of fun. I know sometimes we like to see blood, but I love to watch a good control matchup and see, like you said, the little microtransactions over the course of 4 rounds can pull something in one's favor. So thanks again, guys, for the match. Kudos to both of you. Well done in making it this far as well here in the Summer League semifinals.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck in the finals.
Thanks.
All right. Well, I think that will end it for the night. We'll get this posted up on the YouTube channel for those to catch up later. But this is Ian signing off. Thanks again for watching,
Tim.
guys.
Have a good night, everybody.
All right. We're out of here.